There we are. Right. Hey guys. That light's actually really bright. Don't know why I've got the lights out. I've actually got a bit of a headache. But give me a moment. Right. So, new track today. I can only go for an hour today. Got to make sure we stop in an hour. So for me, that's 5:15. Because I've got a couple of different things going on this evening that I've got to be at. Responsibilities, it's not all about making music, it's life. But yeah, new track. Had a short but sweet discussion with Sergeant Bilko on Twitter about what sort of style track I should do, and they suggested that I should maybe go for something a bit more rhythmic, since the last track was very ambient and ambiguous, so I think that's what I'm going to go for. Now, I got a new set of orchestral strings that I've not had a chance to use, and I want to try and see what I can do with these. Make sure that's all coming through. No clipping or anything, brilliant. Not had much time to set up. Rushed in. Wife made me a cup of tea. That was on the table when I arrived, which was great. So, it's been a bit of a rush day, I'll be honest. It's been a bit of an hard day. But here we are, doing the best stuff. So let's get straight into it. I was thinking of going for something with something like this. I'll just show you. I can't explain it really. I'll show you when it's finished loading the sample. There we are. Yeah. Oh man, seriously. 4 years now. Oh, yeah, 4 years now, and it's going great. So I was thinking of messing with this sort of thing. Totally winging it, by the way. I've no idea what I'm playing. I'm just having a go, and that's sounding really nice, actually. So it's about 120, actually, isn't it? Yeah. I won't record it in because the velocities will be all over the place, and I really don't want to have to change all the velocities. There we go. I want a staple reverb track. Got some ideas going around in my head already. So I need to get them recorded before I lose them. Just quickly throw in that wet only. I had my finger on the mod wheel. I know it doesn't sound very, it's not very, there's not a lot of drum kit in there, obviously, yet. and I don't know if there is going to be much drum kit, but currently that's the idea I'm going for. Now bear in mind, I'm thinking, I guess it's a good idea before I completely start to decide what actually I'm sort of composing for. I'm gonna go, just some nice music that could work for video background. I want to get something in there up on SoundCloud that people can use, for videos today. Well, not today because it's not going to be finished today. But that's the aim of this track, so I'm going to have to bear that in mind whilst composing. That this is going to be sort of an ambient YouTube track, which means I don't want to fill it up too much, because if people are talking over it, then obviously they need to be heard. And if it's going over like photographs or whatever, then keeping the track slightly empty, even in just in one sort of area, be it the melody or in the ambience or whatever, it can really, it helps the pictures to speak volumes. So that's what sort of what I want to do. I want to try and keep a bit of space in there, and just sort of just see where it goes really. Oh, it's good tea. Good tea. Right, so it's gonna go. I'll just quickly loop this and have a quick play. I don't know if I should do this. I'll play it high velocity so you can actually hear it. Or should I play... I'm thinking just 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. That's sounding really good. So how far is it gonna go? We'll do 8 bars. This is where my playing is awful. I said I wasn't going to play this in, but what I'm going to do is just play it a section at a time. So first I'll just do that bit. Then I'll do that bit. Actually, it makes more sense to do that one first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that is it's a velocity thing. Is that it's basically it's a set of strings slapping, because I don't know what you know about music terminology. How do I get out of here? Why did I forget how to get out of here? Don't know what you know about music terminology, but this basically when you pizzicato is when you pick the strings or you pluck the strings, so that's the sound of someone plucking the strings really hard and the string hitting the board of the instrument. So however many people in this ensemble are pulling the strings stupidly hard when I hit it really hard. I can turn that off somewhere. Where will I find that? This is totally new to me, is this synth, so I'm not quite I don't quite know where everything is yet. I mean, personally, I really like it because it just, once you get the full mix going and you get the full track going, it adds a bit of reality to it. It makes it feel real. Oh, that was a real tongue twister. See, some of this is already off. And I did what I said I wasn't going to do. I played the middle bit. Just tighten those up a little bit. Because I'm going to be putting some other stuff to it later on. I want it to at least be able to make it so that I can cut it. Yeah, it does, yeah. It does kick in after a certain point. Because I'm playing it in and I'm playing it on, I'll show you guys again, this really nice little keyboard. I hope I haven't just unplugged that. That is really nice, but unfortunately it's not, it's not the best. It's designed for being sort of portable. I used to use it all the time when I had a laptop. So it's not the best for playability. And I'm not the best either because I don't play. I don't actually play keyboard. I play guitar. So people would argue that as a guitarist, I'm pretty heavy-handed anyway. So in terms of keeping the velocity the same, I really struggle. I really struggle. Let's get this sounding really nice. I don't mind that middle note being sort of in and out of time, because that will add a bit of spice to it. But these sort of just want to be nice and on the dot. The actual instrument's from Sonyvox, which is what's that about? That has no effect at all. Strange, I didn't know you could do that. Ah, new toys, eh? Yeah, it really does. And if you can really play really well, like I know Joshua can play extremely well, and he can play it just right, just how he wants, and you can hear it. I've sat in on one of his compositions one time. It was over a Google Hangout, or it might be Skype, and just he would just play me these parts, and he'd play them, and it sounded like it was just a demo that had been polished when he played it. There were no sort of random clicks here and there from going over the velocity, and kicking into the next there were no triggering the higher velocity sounds or all like that. Everything he played was really nice, and if you get a really skilled player with some of these instruments, they can make them sound so nice. But of course, I'm not the best in terms of playing the keys. Right, this is where I can put my idea in now. Anyway, I need to get this idea down that's going around in my head. Oh, let's sort those velocities out as well. They all want to be about the same. Offline. What? Oh. Oh dear. Weird. I might change it. The stream optimization. For latency. Less buffering. I'm typing as well, just in case you can't hear me. Let me know if it goes again, because that's unusual. You didn't really miss out, it was just me rambling as usual. Right, I'll just keep going, because... Hey Ty, I'll just keep going, because if... you won't miss much. we go. I need something to keep it sounding like it's in time. Get me some percussion. Just something to... I don't like the tone of that. I'm sure there's a bit where I can change the pitch. Tuning? No, that's not relevant. You know. I don't want that one anyway. I don't want that one anyway. Ooh, that's an idea. How do we feel about snares? Snare rolls and stuff? It's only going to be a short clip is this one, so... it wants to go in at... No, that velocity is probably alright. Normally you can see that. What am I doing? Just put the snare in. And I was thinking about some reverb. Send that to Roomworks as well. Right, we're going to do a bit of fancy work here. Getting close, zoom in that way a bit. So I can see what I'm doing. This is the sort of stuff this is, I can't, I'm gonna stop trying to explain it. I'm sorry, guys. My brain is just, I keep thinking of things I want to say, and then as soon as I go to say it, my brain's like, nope. I think it's just his headache. But it's alright, because I can show you. Don't have to say much. I can show you. No, that's wrong. There we go. Now I just need to make that volume a bit louder, because I feel like the snare's still really quiet. Then I can always just EQ those to be different as well. I like how that's starting actually. Starts out really nice, doesn't it? It's just, it's nice and steady. Yeah, I like these ideas. Duplicate that out out a little bit, and I'll just I'll drop a couple of those ideas in there. So we've got that first motif, which can obviously be edited, and then might do that bass on there as well. Right, so that's idea number 1. Question is, do I do this bass on here? Oh. I'll record this in here as well. Yeah. Excuse me. Oh, hang on. No, I'm hoping to hear the snare and I can't hear it. Because I've done that, and now I should be able to hear what I need to hear. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. There we go. What do you guys think of this so far? It's sounding is it sounding like it's got potential? You know, imagine you've got a load of really scenic pictures from a holiday or something like that. And you've got these sort of going around with a slideshow. And that's the image that I've got. And for some reason I've got images of autumn pictures. Yeah, I can see what you're saying there. It does sound a bit sort of that way around. And we could easily just change this into, actually, and that might make a really nice layer, a music box, which is kind of my signature instrument. A lot of my tracks when I started off were music box based. For some reason my music boxes come under world percussion. Oh, not percussion, metallophones. I quite like this, and I've also got some in here. Yep. And we'll go with that one as well. Right, so this is going to be a load of different music boxes in one. No, I don't really want that one. Forgot what we're doing for a moment there. If I suddenly stop and just stare, you know my brain's working overtime. Just mute that for now. Hold on. Sort the volume out. The volume's at 0, so that one's at minus though. No reason for it to be. That one's muted anyway, so it's not going to give us anything. Give it a bit of a boost there, I guess. Ah, right, okay, that's another reason. Let's bring this up a whole octave. And then I could have this echo in the background. So if I set that to pre-fade, turn it right off, or maybe have a little bit of it, pan it left. Not quite the effect I'm going for. Right, well anyway, the music box idea is cool. But I don't know if that will go there like that. It's a nice start actually, but it depends on what kind of track. Because I do want to add that little bit of that sort of video gamey sound into it, and that's the quickest and easiest way for it to be like, oh, this is a nice track. Oh, there's the video game element. And yeah, we'll go with it for now. We'll see how it goes. I might just have to like this. This might be how it goes. There. I'm not happy with the music box, to be honest. I don't like the layers. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Why you no play? Dude, it's not about the comments. It's nice for you to hear it. Don't mind you, you know. Dude, Ty, your work is really cool, by the way. You know, seeing you posting some of these pictures of these bathrooms and stuff, and they're just really nice, and you've done that. You know, they're really, really cool. Go check out Ty's pictures on Facebook of some of his bathrooms and stuff that he's been, because that's what he does. You know, that's what he does for a living. He's a tiler. Well, I don't actually know what do you call your thing, man? What do you call your occupation? I mean, you just do bathrooms. You know, I guess you do all kinds of stuff. But there's some really cool pictures up on his Facebook. Check that out. If you live around the Michigan, Flint area, and you want a nice bathroom, have a word. Sorry, I ain't got no discount codes. Oh, that's why. Alright, get rid of that then. Let's try something else. Right, we need to come up with another idea anyway, because we've got that idea. And if I keep sticking to that idea, I'll never lose that. I'll never go on to something else. So I need to move forwards and come up with something else. I can't even play that. I might have to program this one in. Let's program this one in. Bum, 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 bum. Might be too close. Nah, it's just right. You want to hear it when I put it on. There we go. Now a bit further back. Oh. It needs to go one this way. Why ain't it snapping how I want it to snap? What's wrong with you? Oh, that's what's wrong with it. Quantize. Duh. Now kids, never blame your tools. Chances are it's your own fault. If you don't look after your tools, you don't set them right, they're going to tell you wrong. Must be there, doesn't it? So actually must be there. Back to using the beat. I think that should work right there. Not quite. Whoa. Don't press the enter button. It will zoom you in. Chord change. So those first two I think if we do it like this. Why did that happen? Everything move over. Good. Like that. Need a bass. More comments below. Right, I've got an idea. We are coming up to the hour. So we've just got about 20 minutes left, and I'm liking what we've got so far. I'm going to put in a bass line like that. Duplicate that. Bass. You know it's all about the bass. Get rid of these. So I want to record the bass line separate from everything else, just to get so that I can get a feel for it. That sounds kind of cool, actually. Right, let's just mute that, and I'll just record a couple of different ideas for the bassline on here. So I've got one there, right down there, and I've got that ascending one. Just here I messed up. Delete you and put you there because I can. Oh damn. And I got flustered there, and that's why that all started to suddenly run too far ahead. These all. So I remember at college when I was studying live sound technology, which is basically live sound technology, you know, the gigs and stuff. And we were comparing it to studio quality stuff in terms of performance. And the tutor said to us, you know, what's better? Something that sounds like it's live. Dude, I've used this stuff since I first started using Cubase. I'll never go back. I find doing this much better than using my little keyboard. But that's only because I'm no good with keys. If I was good, then I'd play it in, and it'd be quicker. But anyway, back to what we're saying. The guy, the tutor asked us. He said, "What's better, to play it in poorly, or to play it in and have it sound? Is it better in a studio situation to play it in and have it sound like someone's playing it, so mistakes and everything, or is it better, you know, to have it sound robotic and polished?" And of course, us all being young and naive said, you know, everything should sound like humans playing it. It should all be natural. You know, there should be little delays in the rhythms and stuff. Not everything should be perfectly on the beat. And Tutor obviously said, well, you're right, but you're wrong, because it's not. It depends for a start on what you're working on, but after that, it also depends on exactly, yeah. It entirely depends on the goal of the track. When it comes to stuff like this, I always find it's better to be on the beat, mainly because it just sounds messy, and if you've got a lot of things that are in time with the beat all the time, that one thing or that one lead bit that's slightly out in places, you're gonna hear it, and it's gonna, well, I'm gonna hear it anyway, and I'm gonna be like, oh, that sounds awful. You know, it's gonna make me cringe every time I hear it, and I'm not gonna be happy with the track. And for me, this is all about being happy with it. I mean, of course, in live, to make a little mistake, you're not even gonna know. People aren't even gonna notice it because it's live. Once that note has been played, it's gone. It's seconds ago. Yeah. Yeah, Kraftwerk is a great example of being, you know, clockwork, sort of like, and very syncopated, and it's all on the beat, and it all sounds and fits perfectly. You know, you could cut that on a bar at the start of a bar, and cut a whole bar out and put it somewhere else, and it would fit perfectly in terms of timing. Yeah. And it is all down to it's all down to the point of the track, really. But I find in studio situations, it's better to be, in time. Well, yeah, Ty, I know what you're saying. Playing on the offbeat is on the drop beat, as you call it. It sounds great, but it's still in time, so to speak. Whereas thinking more about sort of being slightly out. If you were recording a solo piano, then that'd be perfectly fine, because that slightly out would be the difference between being emotional and being bland. That's slightly out of time, that little tinkle right at the end of the keys after he's just played that really big epic bit, and it comes down and he slows it very slightly for a moment, and that's solo piano sounds brilliant. Piano in like a Fox Capture Plan track, so like jazz, to be slightly out, it wouldn't really sound that. For me personally, I mean, everyone likes something different, but I strongly feel that it's not always. You get a lot of people criticize MIDI for being sort of always on the beat and stuff, but I find a lot of the time MIDI tends to be pretty good, pretty right. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know where I was going with that whole topic. You know what I'm like. I just say stuff and it happens, and I ramble a bit. Now let's see how this bass line sits underneath here. What was Ty saying earlier on? You should add some notes with the same octaves, but one high and one low. So I should add some notes that are the same, but higher octave and lower octaves as well. Yeah, it's a good idea. Quite liking that bass. It's sounding nice, is that, when it's put together. But I think it'll sound nice under that other bit as well. Let's just roll this right. When I say that other bit, you all know what I'm talking about, of course, because how can you not know? So this bit here. It's turning into a bit of a chiptune track now, isn't it? It's sounding really fancy there. Right, and the other bass idea that I wanted to record, it takes so long sometimes getting the ideas down, was this bit. No, I don't want to do that. Right, I'll keep it straight for now, and I'll work something out after that. That was quite a nice progression, actually. It transitioned really nicely into that, which was the idea. Well, it wasn't the idea, but it worked. So I'm just gonna claim credit for that, like you do. So this is all quite a jumble right now. There isn't actually a structure here. This isn't actually structured. I've just thrown these parts around in different places to get them out of the way. Let's actually see how that sounds. Right. Upon listening to that, I've realised I'm going away from the idea of it being a bit more breathable, a bit more spacious. As soon as it sort of gets to this point, this bass is going on for too long, basically. Yeah, it is quite an oldie RPG style sound. And that's what I like Massive for. Massive's really good. I'll show you what Massive looks like. It's basically just a big synth machine. So you've got all these different things you can tweak. Of course, I don't ever tweak them because I'm just an idiot. I know I could make some amazing stuff with these if I just learned how to use them. And if they were physical, I could use them. But for some reason, my brain can't translate oscillator 1 there with, on a rack in real life. I can't make the transition. So, but it's pretty good. Right, let me clean this up. Bass don't want to start there. Just shift out of the way for now. I think that bass wants to be in there. Yeah, I need one of them. My days is really bad. Sorry. I know it's not quite on time either. So let's pull that up. Oh, we're at 11 minutes past, so I need to be wrapping up. Make sure I press save. Quickly quantize this. Not advanced quantize, but just normal quantize, please. Where are you? I'm sure you're under something called functions. There you are. But there's no quantize. Oh my days, what am I looking for? Here it is. Over quantize. Yes. High five, pal. High five. Yeah, I do that a lot when I'm when I'm thinking out loud. I sing things, totally random things as well. 12 minutes past, and I've still got a thing that I want to get down. It's a kind of an idea. I'll just have to do it on here for now and then change it after. I want to harmonize this basically. So zoom that right in. So right, move the whole thing up. It's gonna sound wrong when I first play it. Actually, I want to go further up. I want to go to octave 5. Let's move this one up first. I know it's a bit high right now. Please don't adjust your headsets. I will be bringing it back down. I think it's a bit high as that. There, that's what it is. Cut that out and it'll really clean it up. Bum, bum, bum. Right. Right, where can I put it? Well, basically it's just a harmony of what I had before. So it's like singing ah and then singing ah over the top of it. It just creates a really nice effect. It's nicer when it's a lot less harsh sounds. Oh, it's 16 minutes past, guys. I need to be finishing up. Getting carried away as usual. See, that's there. That's right. Right, listen. Yeah, harmonizing is so good. Vocally, let me just say, if you're in depending on what music you're doing, of course, you want to be doing harmony vocals. No more pre-made tea for me if I don't get off quick. That's right. All right. I can't play it all through because I really haven't got time. I'll play it through though at the start next week. Let's make sure we press save. It's called November the 21st at the moment. I might try and make this into a Christmassy track. I might have a think on it. But I don't know. I think it's nice. Whatever it is. It'll work really well over underneath something. It's not for going over something, but it's an underneath track. Yeah, see me again. Join me again next Monday, hopefully. Again, guys, if Mondays and if weekdays aren't a good time for you, let me know. Because I'm quite happy to change to a Saturday, and I can do it around the same time or a little bit earlier. Let me know because I'm quite flexible right now. Yeah, I'm gonna get off. Nice chatting to you guys. Thanks for coming around. If you're watching this after the show, after the live, check out my previous track on SoundCloud. I can't remember what I called it now. What were it called? It was Spacelicious or something like that. Spacelicious, I think it was. Check that out, and also Fly on my SoundCloud channel track place. The previous 2 tracks I did live with you guys, with Bilko and Ty and everybody that joins in. Yeah, enough rambling. Bye bye. The window of infinity.